Welcome to Vox Scream, a Kill Team podcast where we aim to help players of all skill levels supercharge their game and separate the signal from the noise. I'm Mark Meyer, joined by Kill Team heavyweights George Pratt and Joe Gallo. We're coming to you from the Triangle region in North Carolina. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show. Right, y'all, the veil of old night is lifting and the Vox is crackling back to life. And with it, we would like to announce that tonight we have a three-way tag team heavyweight match between the boys at Vox Cascadia, our friends Chuck, Tyler, and Connor, as well as George, Joe, and myself. Guys, are you ready to rumble?
Absolutely.
Let's get ready to rumble.
I have my support weapon. No,
Yeah,
not on the desk,
cream
not on the keyboard.
always rises to the top. So.
The cream.
Well,
Oh, man.
it's been a while since we had... Actually, I think we've done a couple crossover events. This is the first time we've had all six of us on the pod together. So a momentous occasion. Thanks a lot for coming to hang out with us tonight, guys.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really,
thank
really
you.
fun.
Thanks for
And-
putting up with probably later than you guys normally record because we're on the West Coast.
It's still light here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
good.
it has not been light here for a while. All that stuff I was saying about the veil of old night is absolutely false.
Yeah, and for you listeners who hate hearing a bunch of people talking over each other, maybe you should watch this one. You can watch this at on YouTube as well as our Patreon. So go check it out.
Yeah, is this the first time that Vox Cascadia has been captured on video?
Sort of. There was that like security camera footage, but we got out of that. So
That's
those
good.
bribes hurt, We're throwing CritCon to pay off those bribes. So
Allegedly was us on
Allegedly.
camera.
allegedly.
Don't
me
worry,
and Tyler,
the reveals will be happening during the Diddy trial.
We got Bigfoot. We got Bigfoot.
me and Tyler did a little video on the Patreon. Mark, you're one of our Patrons. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
we
of
did
course.
I don't know if you watched our book review of Elemental Council, the worst fucking book ever.
it's
Pardon
so
my
good.
French.
It's so good.
I don't know, man. I've been going through and reading some of the Horus Heresy books. I just finished Battle for the Abyss. That was some ass, dude. Honestly.
That was
A lot
so
of the-
bad.
There's
There's
a lot
so
of
much
Horus
down for
Heresy.
being where the drop off starts.
I listened to the end of that book. I think was we were coming back from the Florida trip, and I was just like, man, they just picked all of the worst tropes of every legion, threw them into this book, and somehow made me like the word bearers even more. I don't understand how that happened.
There's a lot of really bottom tier literature in Warhammer stuff. To call Elemental Council the worst Warhammer book you've ever read is absurd. Read Awakenings. That is by far the worst I've ever read. Maybe some CS Godo, something like that.
Hey,
there's
you
some,
leave my back-flipping Terminators alone.
right?
You, Space Marines, the Blood Ravens have multi-lasers on their rhinos.
Backflipping Terminators.
Yeah,
that a
dude,
thing?
CS Godo is a fucking crazy person. he
Absolutely.
doesn't know what he's doing.
Whoever let that guy write a book is absolutely insane.
He wrote a goddamn omnibus, and I read that omnibus.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I
it
did
seems
too.
like it was a great omnibus.
It was
I mean, it was memorable, that's for sure.
it was something for sure.
No, Elemental Council was just it was 16 hours of my life for a 13-hour book because I had to start it over 3 times, and I was I would have
Really?
given up on it. Yeah, I would have given up on it.
Dude, it's really funny to me because I started listening to Elemental Council, and about 2 chapters in, maybe an hour and a half, I was like, nah, I'm gonna listen to something else.
Yeah,
Didn't
Am I
capture me.
mixing up my books? Isn't this one of the better Tau books?
It's apparently the best
That's not
Tau
saying a
book
lot.
per the Tau
That's what I
subreddit.
thought.
I don't know. Farsight was really good. The Farsight books were really good.
Yeah, I mean, the first 2 Farsight books are okay. The last
That's-
Farsight book,
yeah.
have you read it?
No, it has not
It's-
come out on
it's
audiobook
hor-
as far as to my knowledge, so.
It is out on audiobook, and it is
Oh.
awful. Just don't read it. Don't listen to it. Do
That's a
yourself a
shame.
favor. It's mostly just Farsight walking around and stuff happening. So,
Are we
I mean,
Lord of the Rings with Tau?
I mean,
What's
No,
Farsight has become kind of the Goku of the 40K universe, and just stuff kind of happens to him. He gets a little power up, goes through a little arc, and then nothing happens. So this time we're he's getting a corn sword or something, and maybe that'll corrupt him, probably not. Who knows?
I mean, like literally, like Tyranids come to the planet, and like I'm gonna give you guys some spoilers for something that happens really early on. Okay, he's just like out meditating in the forest. Okay, he's like out by himself on a mountain or some shit. Okay, and the Tyranids land, and he's getting attacked by him. So he turns on his drone in like a shield, and then he leads them in the forest and like through the prairies, and he writes "help" in like by leading a horde of them.
In Tyranid? He writes help with Tyranids?
With Tyranids, with a horde of them. And
Jesus Christ.
And they carpet bomb that area, okay? And that's how Farsight re-enters Tau society after being like away for a really long time.
He
That is
spells
so
help.
anime in the dumbest way.
Yes.
Dude, I was like kind of kidding about the Goku thing, but what?
No, he leads the horde of like Tyranids who can't attack him because like this drone protects him too well. Okay, so he just has like hundreds of Tyranids following him. Okay, they're chasing after him. They're waiting to strike, and he writes with the horde help like in Tau, and they fucking like and he like gets extracted. Yeah,
That is some CS Godo shit.
no, it's really bad.
Uh-huh.
Elemental Council is slow in the first book, though. Once you get past that, the story really ramps up. It kind of has to set up like the characters and like the structures of Tau Society for people that don't know it.
Well,
That's
I have to ask, and I'm assuming the answer is yes. You do like the Tau?
I mean, like, yeah, I really like to read like non-imperial books, or like anything that's like
All
not
8
Space
of them that
Marines.
exist.
So like Eldar,
Yeah.
anything that has to do with civilians.
I'm
I'm
excited
really into
about
that.
the new Corsair book that we're gonna get in a couple weeks.
For sure. Like, I just think it gives a different perspective on a lot of the lore,
Right.
And
And Chuck, you hate the Tau or like the Tau?
I like the Tau. I think the
Okay.
Tau are pretty cool. Like I've got my Vespids painted up. I have Pathfinders. I've got the Kroot. Haven't built them. I like the Tau in general. I have no problem with them. It's like, you ever have that friend that's like, hey man, you need to watch this show. You just got to get through the first 3 seasons and then it gets real good. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's One Piece. You just described One Piece.
You just got to get through the first like 1,000 episodes or whatever, and then it like gets real good.
Yeah, and then 15 arcs are gonna go by, and then they're gonna actually start paying for animation, and everyone's gonna, slurp it up again. So that's how that works.
Also, spoiler, it didn't get really good. It got fine. It got manageable. It was like there was so many books that I had in my queue that I was like, I'm gonna do this because I had people that were just saying like, you need to watch. It's so good. It's going to get so good. It gets so good. I had a good buddy of mine who was reading it as well, who had the same vibe with me when it first started. And then he's like, oh, it gets good. And I'm like, I'm just waiting for it to get good. I had to have people in the Discord actually like sit me down and be like, okay, who is who? Because you've got Ori, you've got Yuri, you've got Uriel, there's just like everybody's name is the same. They're all Shasu, Shaswal,
Shit, let's go.
No, it was such a slog to get through. There was moments where I was like, okay, this is cool, but that was just when I was turning the book off.
Now I have to ask: do humans and Tau have sex? Because that seems to be what the Tau fan base is really interested in.
I mean,
From
nowhere
all the
in
art
book.
I've ever seen. Okay,
I mean, it would have been good.
Well, then it's a
Chuck
bad
would have
book.
paid attention a lot more if that had happened.
Yeah, that's gonna like pull me right in. I'm like, where's the sequel? I want to see this. I want the animation.
There is no amount of brainwashing that can turn off the human race's ability to fuck anything.
We've had Warhammer horror. We've had Warhammer crime. What about Warhammer romance?
Yeah, it's like way overdue. Like, it's a
do
missing...
we not have that? There's no way we don't have
Yeah,
that.
but we can have an Imperial Fallen Commissar teach the Tau about
What
Saint
about
Valentine's Day.
What about Eisenhorn and
That's
the?
what I'm saying. The nasal
chick?
cavity is called a cavity.
I mean, Eisenhorn gets some.
But
I mean,
it's not Warhammer romance the way like Warhammer
Sure,
crime
okay.
was. Yeah, where it was like this is a crime novel set in the Warhammer universe.
Yeah.
It's
So
like,
what we really need is we basically need like a Court of Rose and Thorns, but set in the Imperium.
yeah, like 50
We
Shades
need that
of
weird
gray.
like, yeah.
I don't know what that is really, but
You don't know 50 Shades of Grey? Hold on, I got a video.
I know
for you.
50 Shades of Grey. I don't know no Court of.
It's just a romance novel, but fantasy setting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Warhammer
exactly.
Smut.
But like I don't know like what about it, because like some of those get real weird. Like
It's
the
real
dragon
weird.
one.
No, it's real weird. I've
Okay.
never read it. I've heard some synopses. It's weird romance with fairy people.
Okay.
And that's
It's
like-
a fairy one.
I mean, we're getting there.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
a fairy one.
I mean, those bolter shells, they're pretty good sized, right?
They-
We can.
They're
They
big.
can be like the candle, expired bolter shell.
.75 caliber or something like that, right?
You
This
know,
is what
I mean,
we
like,
do. We
pretty
get
girthy.
in and ruin topics of Kill Team.
there's actually a distinct. I mean, like other than in Eisenhorn, there's like a distinct lack of like any kind of like romance in Warhammer books. Like Ian Watson did some stuff. I don't know if you'd call it romance. Haven't read
There's,
that.
But Double
canonically
Eagle has a lot, which is pretty fun. That's why it's one of my favorite like books no one's read.
Yeah, there's a gay kiss in King of the Spoils, which is a Warhammer crime book.
Septimus fucks the shit out of Octavia in the Night Lord's book, and that's like a major plot point.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
but that's human and human. I don't think we're really interested in that as a thing
Does
because
it-
there was like romance in between some of the Remembrancers in the Fulgrim book.
does it
you know?
happen on screen though?
It doesn't happen on screen. You're right.
Yeah, like like there's not much. There's a lot of implied romance, which like for my action books, that's what I like.
Sure, yeah.
Generally,
I mean, there's
you know?
a guard couple in the Gaunt's Ghost book who canonically have a child, so
I mean, they have.
we
a
know it
child, but
happens.
do we get like a hot sex scene?
In my fan
don't-
fiction, we do.
I don't
Okay.
think anybody
extend
in
it?
those books is like sexual in any way. They would have just taken
matches
away
the
from
player
those
base.
books.
People have to be fucking. Like the Imperium
Yeah,
has
absolutely.
like.
Well, we
How
know
many
canonically Space Marines do not fuck. We know that, and if that's 90%.
There's definitely some Emperor's children who have fucked.
Well,
I mean, they don't. count,
well,
you know, like,
they do a
Uh.
version of fucking that's illegal that we can't say on the podcast. So you know,
We've already talked about nose stuff. I think we're already getting canceled. So, let's,
I mean, like-
They've got a nasal cavity. It's right there.
we'll call it 50 Shades of Blue because it's Tau,
There you go.
Oh, Tau Time Ultramarine. There you go.
Uh-huh.
Like all the blue factions together.
well, I know
Hey.
people really wanted Gilliman and Yvraine to fuck, and somehow convinced everyone
Joe.
they did fuck.
Joe, it's all
It's-
canon. Everything's
Everything
canon
is
and
canon.
nothing
They
is
didn't
canon.
fuck. It is a
Sure.
paragraph and a half in one book that
Whatever
had a
you say, Bubby.
respectful conversation between two people, and that's where
Naked.
all of it came from.
Yeah. He
wasn't
that
saying
not how romance
anything-
works?
Because the Warhammer nerd works. If
I'm pretty
if
sure.
Gilliman is not ripping off the head of an alien, they must be fucking. Like that was basically my summation of why this psychosis came out of the fan base of these two
Listen,
must
I
be
have a
fucking.
child. As far as I can tell, that happened because I had a respectful conversation once.
I personally
you
want
know
the
what?
Lion
Fair.
and Farsight to get together. That's like the romance I want.
Dude, that's
to
a
happen.
solid bromance.
No,
Yeah.
no, not. I want romance. The gay lovers.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the Lion, gay.
I know what I said.
Farsight, gay. Like
Hot and heavy.
Hot and heavy. Like two dudes with big swords loving each other.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's what we want to see.
I mean, I'm pretty
Hell
sure
yeah.
Gaskell wants to fuck your Yarrick at this point. I mean, the way that he's pursuing that guy. I mean, goddamn.
You guys hear he may be coming back? Rumor
I
has
did
not it.
see that. I would.
Mhm.
Here's the thing: if he does come back, I would like to actually have a legit send off instead of the implied death that we got with him. So if they're gonna bring him back, cool. But just like have Angron actually rip his head off in a book because that would be awesome.
I just hope he comes back with the somehow he returned line.
Yes, I mean, come on. Literally, what was the leaks for Ferris Manus that we just got recently? That somehow that's going to be a thing.
No,
I think
those are
that's bad
100%
Photoshop.
fake. Yeah, those
Yeah.
those
There's
are so,
no
so
way
fake.
in God's green earth we are getting fucking Ferris Manus before Vulcan, hell, Sanguinius, any of the dead as fuck Primarchs that we know are dead as fuck.
Yeah, he those are so fake. And then the other thing too is they misspelled legionaries in it. Like, so
That's amazing.
yeah. They also I don't know how much you guys play 40K, but they gave him a leadership of 1. The best
Yes, I
characters
saw
in the
that.
game have like a 5. You even with debuffs, you couldn't make that a failable roll, which just it wouldn't happen. So those were just bad photoshops. But
For the
So-
one Iron Hands fan that exists
Yeah.
out there.
hey, listen, Iron Hands are getting their combat patrol with 2 turrets, and then they're actually kind of cool characters. So they can survive for another decade with no releases. They can go play Heresy and call it good there.
It's so weird because I found, for example, I really like Imperial Fists, and I think everyone here would probably agree if you've read anything in the Horus Heresy. The Imperial Fists are much cooler in the Heresy than they are in
100%.
modern day 40K.
100%.
And in the weirdest way, they've done the inverse with the Iron Hands, in that they've made them and put more content out for them in modern 40K than they did for anything in the Heresy regarding Ferris Manus or the Legion or anything.
I
Such
think
a
we
weird
need to get some
inverse.
stuff with the scouring for them. Like, hopefully they're like, oh yeah, we kind of have this whole legion whose whole thing is like they're fractured and done, and then they forget to mention them the entire time. So
Hey, remember when the Imperial Fist got destroyed by orcs?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Canonically, that
it's
happened.
Tyler's favorite thing, and he likes to
I
say
love
that
it.
they're the worst legion. And I'm like, well, like we had Tyler or David made the great Photoshop. I was like, at least the Imperial Fist still have their home planet,
I mean, what is their home planet, Connor?
Inuit.
Inuit.
Okay. Do they still have it?
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
Oh, no one ever talks about it.
I mean,
It
yeah,
must suck.
no one talks about.
Because Rogel
Must
never got a book.
suck, Like,
I mean, it's essentially the Space Wolves world mixed with Ultramar. It's a frozen hellscape, but they're not like Vikings. They actually can do a little bit of logistics and
Because God
and
forbid they give
society.
Rogel Dorn some character other than he says badass thing and then does badass thing.
I
Sometimes that's
believe-
all you need.
Crimson
I believe
Fist
Rogel
forever.
Dorn's entire characterization is he is hot daddy. Like that's his entire characterization.
Whoa.
In Saturnine, he actually gets some pretty cool characterization where he realizes he does feel fear, which is kind of a fun character. And he like tells the guy, "Hey, don't jump off this cliff because I kind of need you around, so I'd prefer you not to do that."
You know, we need a daddy dating simulator, but Primarchs.
Oh, that'd
Yeah.
be great.
Ooh,
That actually legit, that would work. That would very
yeah,
much work.
someone contact GW about this.
So we need that, and then we need an anime, like a teen high school drama.
I mean,
It is
isn't that
set
what
in the-
Cavill's
it's-
working on?
Well, it's
Code
roughly the,
Geass, but it's just the Primarchs.
No Code Geass, but Tau.
but like it's it's just the Horus Heresy. Okay, but the only thing they have to do is keep the general characterization of the characters. Okay, that's it. They're free to do anything else with them. So
In an entirely serious way, I think an anime, like a pseudo slice of life, like high school anime, but the protagonists and everyone are inquisitorial acolytes, would go pretty fucking hard.
yeah,
Wouldn't
absolutely.
It would have to be, I mean, when you say slice of life,
Or Schola
Life is-
Progenium.
right, but that's right. So it would be parody in some ways because, like, it's the Schola. There's no
Oh, yeah.
way you could.
It'd be slice of brutal life, but it'd
Yeah.
go pretty hard.
Joe, life is great under the God Emperor. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that sounds like heresy, guys.
Yeah.
I honestly, for the scouring stuff, I hope we find out what the hell happened to fucking Sevatar. I want some closure on whether that motherfucker is dead or alive or not. I'd prefer him to probably be dead, even though it would be really cool if he came back. But that's just my preference. I want something
they
for the
did
Night
the-
Lords. Something.
Tyler, they did like the Warhammer Kids stuff, right?
Yeah, those books are crazy. Did you guys read those?
No.
Believe it or not, no, I did not read
They're
those.
insane. It's like that's a heresy speed run on those kids. Those kids, fucking Next Inquisitor, any of them run into executed. Like, there's no way they're like coming out clean from everything that happened in those books. Like, they just like kind of walk away at the end, and like everything's kind of like fine, you know. And it's like no way someone's not gonna come and shoot them for what they did.
Yeah,
like,
it's not. It's
absolutely.
not like that. It's not like that Star Wars show they did, the Goonie Star Wars show they did, where like, you know, you get a vague
Skeleton
vague-
Crew.
Yeah, Skeleton Crew. You don't get Skeleton and Crew in 40K ends with them being skeletons because something's gonna happen. Like,
No, like at one point, okay, they humiliate a death mark. Okay, this death mark is like all there. Okay, like that's the first book or second book. They like humiliate a maybe it's the first book. Humiliated. Okay, the death mark shows up later. They humiliate it and the Necron Lord. Okay, so like there's no way that this Necron Lord or a death mark or anyone from this like you know this dynasty
yeah.
isn't gonna come after these fucking kids. Like these kids have upset not just like they fucking like the implications for the Tau in the series insane. Like the entire series is absolutely insane if you take it as like part of the actual universe, because like everything about the like that happens changes like the nature of Warhammer as we understand it, and like a lot of the factions.
Well, thank you for the backstory for my canoptic circle. I'm gonna write that down right now. Fuck them kids. Got
After
it.
them fucking kids.
I have to figure out how to take that one meme and turn it into a Necron. That's your new shirt, Tyler.
All right,
There you
no
go,
more
yeah.
Necron shirts for now. So.
Okay. Well, next
that's-
Necron one.
Yeah, Connor, did you see that I made a backprint just for you?
I am. I appreciate that. I saw that announcement.
Yeah, you've been a Necron fan forever, you were saying, right?
Yeah, as a lifelong
As a
Necron
lifetime,
fan, it's okay that they can heal on average 12 wounds in a single turn. Or like in a single turning point. That's okay. That's fair and balanced.
Brothers, let me tell you, I played against a good chap of ours named Michael. Michael's been in the community for a long time. He took Death Watch and he let me borrow his Canoptic because I didn't get my Canoptic until yesterday. I wiped him turning point 2. It was so bad. I cannot believe Canoptic got printed in the state that I got printed. Holy fuck.
Is it worse than
crazy.
Sanctifiers?
It is worse than Sanctifiers. And I'm going to be honest, I think it's not even the fact that they're just so goddamn tough. It's that they're so fucking accurate. Like, it's wild how accurate they are on 5 dice. Like,
Accurate too, in fact.
Accurate too, in fact. It's just the fact that I can just I will describe to you what I did. It was one of the newer Volcus boards. I had my nice little big bug tucked behind heavy cover. He brings his Aegis up to the middle of the board, and he's thinking, yes, of course he'll be safe. To which the last 2 activations of my turn, I then molecular breach him through the wall into range to dash, and now since I'm on the little strand, I go to APL 3, and then I shoot. And then I would initiative, and then shoot again, then delete his Aegis. So it's like, okay, well, there's your best model for defending off my shooting, and
How
fun.
are you gonna deal with 15 wounds, 2 up save, and no piercing? Oh, you just kill him, huh?
I just send him to a different. I send him to a different dimension.
Yeah. Don't even
Was
need
that what
to
you
do that.
did? Did you do the bye-bye
dimensional
gun?
banishment?
The bye gun. Yeah, it's just it's too good into elites. It's just like
It's just too good. It's such
Too
a
good,
dumb,
period.
strong weapon. It's so
I mean, the fact that
stupid.
like you have a chance. I mean, like for example, let's say you do 5 damage on a Marine. The fact that you have a chance putting through 1 damage, like 1 instance of damage, if you roll hot to just delete the entire Marine with no save, is insane because there's no
Yeah,
defense.
it's so stupid. That gun should be 3/4 with dimensional banishment.
I don't.
It doesn't need to be
maybe it should have
5/6
been.
in
Maybe it should have been 2d3. I don't know. But like, it's so. I don't know. The last 3 box releases have just been so bonkers in every way outside of Battleclade. I don't know what the fuck happened to Battleclade.
I don't know, man. I think Battleclade might be back up. I think that they're going to play the new approved ops pretty well. I mean, they're not going to be as good as Canoptech, but they're going to be better, I think.
I think I'm actually gonna take Battleclade going forward. I think because I wanted to play Death Watch, but I think everybody's playing Death Watch. I kind of like gaslit myself into liking Battleclade because Connor over here is AdMech fanboy number 1, and I was with him at Adepticon when he saw the reveal and watched the man's heart
Worst
sing.
fucking team they've ever released.
Dude,
Oh boy,
I am not-
Servitors, a team everyone thinks is very killing and very cool. I think I've met one person that actually isn't excited by Servitors being in Kill Team, and I'm like, I love you, but you're just wrong in every way.
I like the fact that I have a tech priest and I have 2 of them now.
Yeah, like that's cool, but I would have liked maybe like some Servitors in the team and some other cool AdMech stuff in it, like how both Necron teams have like a whole range of their cast of characters. Not
There is very
Not cryptic
clearly a
and all
Necron
bugs.
fan on the Kill Team. We can pretty definitively say that.
Or they just don't know how to fucking balance Necrons. I'm leaning more towards that one.
I think so too. I think that it's just the teams that have been sort of like the strongest teams like over the course of time have been these teams that are just like, hard to remove. Like when Felgor was reigning supreme, that was why, right? Hyrotech's been such a big boogeyman over the last, let's say 4 or 5 months. And, I think we've talked a little bit about how they're going to be even better in the new approved ops unless they get nerfed. But, I'm glad you brought up that you're going to start playing Battleclade, Chuck, because that was one of the reasons I brought y'all on is, this is a time for new beginnings and a time for fresh starts. And I want to hear a little bit about what the 3 of you guys are thinking about in terms of like your mains. Like, I know that you guys have been playing certain teams for a while now. I hear you talk about it on the Vox Cascadia podcast. Go get it anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Hey.
But
And they have a Patreon too.
they have a Patreon.
They're better at shilling us than we are.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've got a
Dude,
way
we're so
cooler
fucking
Discord
bad
than
at
us.
this.
Yeah, we get to the end of the podcast, we're like, shit, we haven't mentioned anything of that like we do yet.
But I am interested to hear if there is a team that you're playing or that you have been playing that you're excited to continue playing moving forward, or if there's something that new that's caught your eye, and like what is it about it that you think is going to give it the sauce, or is it just like something that you think looks cool?
Cream.
I mean, Connor's got cream in his house.
He's not in here right now.
Okay. No, like I said, Battleclade, I think I played a ton of Kasserkin last edition.
I'm so sorry.
Played that. Oh, their last edition there is fine. So not like, I'm not talking about last season. I'm talking about like Kill Team 2021.
Oh, I know. I heard you.
Yeah. So I did fine with them. I won a couple tournaments. I almost got a golden ticket with them too. So
Second place at Kill
I don't
Scream
understand.
2.
Second place at Kill Scream 2.
I'm so bad with them.
And then I played a ton of Rekkas. I know y'all are. I see you guys on the scoreboard behind me on the ITC standings for Rekkas.
That doesn't make
top up
any
there.
sense.
I
I
failed
played
you.
Rekkas in
I
2
failed you.
tournaments.
And so like I said, I was thinking Death Watch, but I think everybody and their grandmother is going to be playing Death Watch, and so I really honestly think I want to run Battleclade a little bit. Now I played them. We did this thing called Chucky Con where we went down to the coast and played Kill Team for a weekend, and I played them down there, and I really enjoyed them. I think that they have they feel a little bit like Kasserkin to me, where they're reactionary. Like they're not like, I think I can sit back and wait for people to do stuff and then punish them for doing it, which is what I did with Kasserkin. I've also never played a team that was anything other than security and seek and destroy. So having infiltration and recon is weird to me. Like I didn't know what to do with them. So, and I think the new TAC ops or the crit ops or whatever the hell it's called, everything's an op.
Approved ops, Chuck. Come on.
Well, the
Get
new
your
approved ops
in order.
I
So
think
easy to keep in your head.
they're going to be really interesting, and I think there's going to be some that are going to be kind of fun to play, and so I think I'm gonna dive into Battleclade, and again, part of it is also just because Connor is so sad about them, and so I'm gonna be AdMech fan number 1 going forward.
We love it.
Have you
right.
started reading Flesh and Steel yet, Chuck?
I have actually, yeah.
Okay,
that's a million times better than fucking Elemental Council too.
is.
By the way,
I don't know if it is. I haven't read Elemental Council yet.
It's a different style. I mean, it's fantastic. I
Yeah, it's good.
love a good dick fic, you know?
yeah. No, Connor. Well, Elemental Council is actually like on sale in paperback.
Yeah, I
So-
am gonna pick it up. I started Dungeon Crawl.
Dungeon
I'm 2
Crawler
pages
Carl.
in. I started it, and then I
Yeah. 2 pages. Let's go.
Well, I was gonna do it at work when everyone left because I got to leave work early today because they started cleaning the carpets, and I was like, I should just leave because I was gonna read it the last 2 hours when most people get off on Friday, and I'm still in. But then I was like, no, I'll just go home. Great employee.
Yeah. Somebody got Connor a signed copy, personalized copy from the author.
Yeah,
And,
Yeah.
That's
gave
awesome.
it to him months ago, and he still hasn't fucking read it yet.
I
So.
have been reading other books. Heat 2, that was great.
Do you know there's a book called Heat too? Like, you know, the movie Heat?
No.
Yeah,
Like the
oh yeah, I love Heat.
De
One of my-
Niro, Al Pacino.
one of the greatest movies of all time.
Wait, is it?
yeah.
It's a sequel.
It's a sequel. It's written by Michael Mann and then like another famous author, and it came out like I don't know, like a year ago. But no one told me, and I'm like, I'm a huge Heat fan. And one of my friends was like, "Wait, Connor, you read Heat too?" And I'm like a fanfic? He's like, "No, it's the real thing." And I've read it like 3 times already. It's so good. It's like a prequel and a
Like-
sequel at the same time. It's amazing.
That's not really that weird to me, considering like the novelization of the first Star Wars trilogy, episodes 1, 2, and 3, are better than the movies. So like, that's not that weird.
I think it was just more weird that like it came out and I had no idea. Like I feel like
Is that
But
weird?
you're not
though?
like browsing the Heat subreddit all the time.
Yeah, right?
yeah.
Yeah, like who's on the lookout for a sequel to the popular movie Heat from
From
40 years
1990.
ago?
Gen Z
In
loves
book
Heat.
form.
Out.
Yeah.
They love
All I'm
Heat.
saying is Heat is like on
95.
in a lot of the like film circle Twitter, like which I hate even admitting. I browse occasionally. It's like
Sir,
considered one of the best.
It's called
movies of all-
X. Get it
Yeah,
right.
sorry,
It's a low-
X,
No,
everything
yeah,
else.
yeah.
Heat is a low level pick.
Elon is gonna drop a missile on your house
no,
now.
it's not. No, it's not.
I mean, no, like it's a great movie, but like that's like, you know, like if we're doing iceberg tier, you're like maybe like 1 level down.
Listen, we need to talk about what's the name of that King Arthur? Is it just King Arthur? Like from the 60s?
Oh yeah.
It was like a 4-hour movie. It was fucking terrible.
I mean, this is fantastic in a bad way, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
it really.
cream.
Nice pussy.
we got The cat cam finally
I
active.
bet he won't fucking bleep that, you fucker, Mark.
Yeah, Joe.
Perfectly. No, he's going
Because it
on his
wasn't done in
walk,
spite.
so-
Well, you know what? You're a
Ooh.
Mark. You're a.
All right, have fun, love you.
Oh, no,
I'm gonna
one's
bleep that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's all about the
bleep other
context.
random stuff he says too. You're in control of this.
Yeah,
so,
this
you know.
bleep every time we mention Chuck's favorite book of Dungeon Crawl.
No,
Crawl,
My
D&D
Dungeon
group
Crawler
is-
Carl. There we go.
my D&D group is obsessed with that book too. If it makes you feel any better, Chuck.
I
fucking-
heard a lot
it's
of
so
people
good.
talk about it. It's so good. I think what's gonna I kind of hope that I just enjoy it, but I don't think it's that good. Mostly just to annoy Chuck. I'm like, yeah, it was a fun read, but I have no interest in the sequel. I'm sure I
Just
will.
watch when I'm the #1 Battlecade player in the world.
Yeah, I
You'll
know.
see. I'll show you.
Yes.
Yeah, get him. Get
I
him.
think last I looked, I'm still #1 Hunter Clade, and I haven't played them in over a year.
There was actually like a lot of people playing Hunter Clade at the Crucible
Yeah.
tournament we were
We
at.
had, like,
last
I
weekend.
finally
three.
got excited about them, so there's that.
Just
I
in
guess.
time for them to get thrown out the window.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
oh boy, I still have them right there. I can grab them and play them, but I'm like, I'll just cry.
They still make me too mad to play them. Like, I want to play Hunter Clade. I have a Hunter Clade. I'm still upset about the doctrine. I can't get over it.
It's yeah. I'm like, listen, they've got all the other buffs, but that's still one. And I'm just like, why do they have?
Let's
to have
just
this?
make their
There's
faction
one guy
ability
in the
totally
office
useless.
that's like, there needs to be negatives to these.
Yeah.
No
It's the
more
negative
Gotta
background
get that
guy.
old
free.
school feel.
Yeah, the negative is you
Yes.
have to play Hunter Clade, which means you're dropping $150 to get like every option at bare minimum.
Connor, you're moved on from Hunter Clade though.
Yes.
So and now you're the Night Lord fanboy.
Yeah, Night
Yeah.
Lord and Necron fanboy. Let's go. Both those factions read all their books.
Ooh.
You've been playing some Warp Coven too, no?
Yeah, Warp Coven's fun. They're too annoying, and every time I've played them, I've gone up against players that are new to Kill Team, so I just feel like a real asshole. So I don't even go over Boons and Zinch. I'm like, this sorcerer heals people, and he can teleport, and they just look at me like, oh, that's on one guy. I'm like, yeah, and then I've got like 2 other guys that can do other bullshit. So I've just become a Nemesis Claw player at this point, because they're straightforward-ish.
Yep.
And everyone's gonna have Imperium Astartes running around like crazy right now, so it's a great
Oh,
time
boy,
for
they
rebuilds.
will.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think they're also just really good into like the Death Watch in general. Like we have one more Marine.
hmm
We're roughly at the same power level across the board, like Marine to Marine matchup. And at 2-up save, I still have a Meltagun, so suck it.
Yeah, and
I mean-
also it's a little hard to parry all the crits you get off of the Screecher.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think they just have a good matchup, and my hope is that at CritCon there'll be like 20 of the new teams, and like 5 Angels of Death still, because there's always.
Well, I
Angels
hope you
of
don't
Death.
run into Canoptic, because that's a terrible match.
Yeah,
for Nemesis Claw.
that one I'll just I cry.
Yeah, but Canoptic's a terrible matchup and do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll finish my proxy for them in time. So we'll see.
Yeah, you're cooking up like a dark AdMech kind of proxy for them, aren't you?
Yeah. So we have videos, so I can actually do it. It'll be blurry and bad, but this is the sorcerer. It's
Oh, that's great. That's
yeah. There we
beautiful.
go. Technology. There's photos of
Can't
him
see shit.
elsewhere. But then I'm doing for all the other guys beyond him, like Chaos Androids and stuff, because it's supposed to be like an Iron Warrior that found a vault, teamed up with Vashtor to get some more power, because I like to create little backstories for him, and now he has Chaos Androids, because they're cool and they should come back.
Hell yeah.
Joe, as someone who has a golden ticket now, is there any words of wisdom you can give Connor? Because we've got 2 golden tickets at Killscreen 4 coming up, and Connor wants to get one of those. So because Vox has got representation in Atlanta now, and we need some Vox Cascadia there.
And Chuck's
too.
too old to fly
Yeah.
on planes nowadays.
I'm running the fucking tournament.
So, I mean, general tips. I mean, here's the thing. It depends on the size of the event. It depends on who's at the event. It depends on a lot of things. But the best advice I can give, truly, if you want to
Just play better than everyone else.
well, I
That's
mean,
true.
beyond the obvious of just play better than everyone else, is that know your matchups, right? So I think that there are very few teams in the game that have like just straight up unwinnable matchups, and I generally try to avoid teams that have like that 80-20 split matchup. Just because I always seem to run into that team. So, like, for example, which is funny I bring that up, like, towards the end of my golden ticket run, I ran into fucking Hand of the Archon, Hyrotech, all horrible matchups for Aquilons.
Well, the other thing too is specifically you were talking in your 5th out of 6 game. You were like, I'm either playing against Blades of Cain or I'm playing against Goremongers. And if it's Goremongers, my run's just over because it's just a hard counter.
Goremongers. Here's the thing: I've beaten Goremonger players before with them, but it's just like you really got to leverage the turret because it can shoot twice and really permanently put down a Goremonger. But the problem is that if you put it in range of a Goremonger, it doesn't fight back, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I mean, shooting with the turret is already just kind of like risky business because it hits on 4s.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. But like generally,
I hate that fucking thing.
Which one?
The turret. I hate that
turret?
fucking turret. That turret's been a nightmare for me every time I've ever faced it. I can never fucking kill the thing. I go to shoot it, and I roll 1s, and then they roll all their saves, and it just never
It's annoying to
dies.
shift. On 10 wounds with 3-up save, if you're in cover, the funniest thing I do is I shoot twice with it, and then I have my Grenadier put a smoke on it. Because it's even more annoying to shift.
I just find it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're, that's the idea. That's why I keep it basically in my drop zone, so it doesn't, you try to avoid that.
Yeah, I mean, 10-inch charge is a hell of a drug.
Yes, man. And that's the thing is like, yes, that is like the worst matchup before, and that's probably an 80-20 matchup. But like, if it's one matchup out of like 30 teams, and like, I guess you could argue Goremongers are popular enough at this point, so it's like okay. So prepare for those is the best I could say. Is like try to just be better because in those matches, if you're just the better player by like a significant margin, you're gonna win. Yeah. I think I always use Orion Wilfong as a proxy for this because the dude just wins with Gellerpox. It doesn't matter if they're bad, good, indifferent, horrible. Dude finds a way to win with the fucking team because he's just better than his opponents 90% of the time. So just, get those reps in, do your best in terms of matchup spread preparation of like what you're expecting to see the most. So like, for example, Connor making a good meta call with Nemesis Claw is probably a solid pick, because you're going to see a lot of maybe Sanctifiers, a lot of Death Watch, maybe even Angels of Death, just because they're easy to get models. Who knows, right? Those are all things you have to take into consideration into a Golden Ticket run, especially in a long form tournament. But a lot of it just comes down to just knowing your shit and making sure that like you've actually sat down and thought about like, hey, what am I actually going to be going into, and like what are my spreads for that? Was kind of the main prep for me.
Yeah,
I think the other thing too is just the idea that now that the approved op missions are going to be, I imagine y'all are playing approved ops 2025 at this tournament that's coming out in a month.
We're actually going
after
back
the
to Kill Team 2021 rules. So
yeah.
Oh, dude, hell yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Let's
we don't
fucking
have to deal with Death Watch or Synaptic Circle at all.
Dude, I'm bringing my Gellerpox.
Let's
This
play
will be
some
great.
Gambit, baby.
No, I will say though, me and Mark Meyer, I'm Gellerpox right now. If y'all are even vaguely interested in that team, I will say, I think Gellerpox are a big old fucking sleeper pick right now. They are.
I think that they are good. I played them the other day into Death Watch. I lost by 1, and a lot of that was mostly just like my error, just because, it's, again, hard to have 15 bodies on the board and just like not, give stuff up.
Yeah, you're
and
going
obviously
to make
you
a
don't want
bad
to just
placement or move with one guy at some point. It's almost impossible not to.
Yeah, exactly. And, the other thing too, like the thing that we've kind of thought about is like maybe the thing that's going to help put Gellerpox over the edge is they've got their pollute stockpile equipment, which gives you a 50-50 chance to just pick one of your opponent's equipments that they just throw away. Otherwise, they have to pick one to
so
throw
bad
away.
right now. Say it out loud with me, folks. You get 3 equipment. Doesn't that feel gross?
Well,
Absolutely.
The problem with Death Watch is they still get 4 equipment.
It's one team, right?
I mean,
It's the team that you're going to see 15% of players playing.
Well, arguably, the fact that was your first game back with Gellerpox in what, 5-6 months, and it was a 1-point game against the Meta Menace should tell you something, right?
Yeah. It's so I've been kind of thinking about this over the last couple of days because preparation for this conversation is like, what teams am I going to be playing going forward? Definitely going to be playing some Felgor, and I think I'm going to play some of them in the next week just because why not play the team you're most comfortable with while you're trying to basically relearn the whole game with all the new missions and tac ops. But after playing Raveners at the Crucible tournament, I think the thing that I like the most is just having big monsters. And so I'm just going to lean into that. I'll probably play a little Canoptek because they're giant. I really want to play Chaos Cult. I've got my stuff, my rats, my Skaven Chaos Cult. I've got to paint them up, but they're all built. And then just play some more Raveners, play some Gellerpox while they're still legal to do so. Just run around, charge shit. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Well,
Always a
Mark
good
and
time.
George, I know it's a long shot, but if you guys can get out here for Killscream, I'll buy your Killscream tickets. I know you guys need golden tickets, so
Oh,
can't let Joe
Well-
be the only one.
That makes it a lot easier. I do have a job now, so
There you go. I'll pay for your Killscream tickets. You gotta pay for the rest, but we got a hotel deal, so yeah.
There's trains, right? They're kind of cheap sometimes.
Yeah, it's just like a 3-day train.
yeah.
Train across the country.
Be like the
going across the-
pioneers.
Did they finally give us high speed rail? Did I get hit on the head and we finally got high speed
Yeah,
rail?
we got rid of like everything that's woke except for that, so we're good.
Damn it.
Yeah, we're not getting anything good now, you guys.
Have
Come
you guys,
on.
have you guys seen all the memes that are like, if Tylenol really caused autism, we'd have high-speed rail by now?
Yeah.
Yes.
We have way more people in the trains and public transit like scheduling. Have you seen those guys play Factorio? They love that shit.
I am taking the train to New York, I guess, later this month, because this is coming out on the 1st of October. I'm going on the train to New York for NYO later this month.
Very nice. That's
Yeah, when's
exciting.
that-
I wish I was there.
When's that the 6th or 18th or
20th?
something?
That is the 18th and 19th. So I guess that's the weekend before Killscream, right?
Yeah.
Let's actually take a moment here. We might have been burying the lead a little bit. There's a lot of stuff we want to talk with the Vox Cascadia trio about, but the thing that we really want to talk about with them is CritCon and Killscream 4. And so how about you guys take a moment and let our fans know what it's all about?
Well, CritCon is our own homegrown convention. It started off as Killscream 4, which was our annual Halloween-themed tournament, and it's kind of turned into our big tournament. And we were blessed with an ample space last year, and we were like, let's try to see if we can do some more with this. And so we invited some other organizers, and we called it CritCon, which is Cascadia Regional Independent Tabletop Convention. So it's an acronym, it's a mouthful, but CritCon is nice and easy to say and fits well with our hobby, I think. We've grown a lot this year. We moved out of the Lloyd Center, so we were in a dead mall last year, where Tanya Harding used to practice.
It was pretty fun on Thursday for cleanup. Like, I had to walk through an abandoned mall for like 10 minutes before I found where you guys were. And it was like, if I wasn't with Jeremy, I definitely would have thought, like, we're getting a little back roomsy here. Like, just 10-minute walk through a poorly lit mall. And if I'm solo, I'm like 50-50. I'm in the Twilight Zone at this point.
Yeah. But we moved into Hilton Doubletree, which is across the street from Lloyd Center, so we're still in the same area. It's really accessible from the airport, so you could ride the Max basically straight there. Hop on and go straight there. And then we've got 30 events going on this year.
Wow.
At CritCon, or
God
more
damn.
than 30.
It's like 50 now, dude.
We keep adding them. But it's over 3 days, October 24th through 26th. You got Killscream 4, which is our main event. 2 golden tickets, up to 64 players. We'll be doing, Volcus, Tomb World, Into the Dark, and a mix of some wild stuff.
Tyler
as
makes
far as
weird
terrain.
boards.
I make weird boards. I like it.
We do
Let's get
still
fun.
open terrain like Octarius and even some Kill Team 2018-esque terrains,
Yeah.
good stuff like that.
Ooh.
I have some. I've been working on some weird Chalnath. I got tall Chalnath.
Tall
Very tall.
Yeah, tall
Tall
math.
math, yeah. It's all 3 floors high, and I think I got a couple boards of that. So we got a lot of fun stuff for people to play. We got a doubles
Tyler,
tournament.
can I throw an Elucidian Starstrider off the 3rd one and scream Simba?
Absolutely, if that's
Okay,
what
I'm in.
you'd like to do.
Yes.
Long live the king.
So just fall damage is part of it. So but we will have like a tournament pack and stuff like that. But it's going to be incredible. We got painting classes from legends like Dan Osborne,
Oh, wow.
Matt DiPietro. Yeah, Dan Osborne's back for the 2nd year along with Useless Wizard. If you go to any of the major tournaments, Adepticon, Nova, any of the GW, Dan Osborne will be there teaching. And he's at ours, which really cool. Matt's amazing. We got Selnar also. A bunch of cool local vendors. Live shirt printing. They'll be printing shirts just like Chuck's, right there for you to purchase.
Stand up.
Yeah, it's pretty
No.
fresh.
Oh, okay.
But like,
All right, my bad. How dare I trying to help show up?
Yeah, fuck you.
Mark said no pants, and I'm going with that, man.
Give the people that'll be the post show or for the Patreons only.
That's Patreon
Yeah, that's
exclusive
Patreon
content. Yeah.
exclusive.
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Inquisitor 54 is like sold out again, which is annoying because we need to like expand that for the next one to be like the entire week long.
yeah. If you go to CascadiaTabletop.com, you can see all of our events, but we've got Killscreen Grand Tournament 2 golden tickets, some of the last golden tickets to get. We've got a Killscreen Doubles Tournament the day before that. We've got Shatterpoint, Legion, X-Wing Miniatures, Warhammer Fantasy Battle, Necromunda, Warmaster, Man of War, MCP, Cyber Savage, Horse Heresy, Infinity. We've got
you name it, we have it.
We've
probably.
got 14 different tabletop role-playing games that are tabletop role-playing sessions that for $5 you can go in and sit down with pre-made characters and play with a
I'll bet Daggerheart's on
GM.
that list.
I'm trying to remember if it is. I made the entire list of it the other day and it was like my eyes were bleeding because there was so much stuff, but it's going to be a great event. I mentioned earlier too that we have, if you are coming in, we actually have a room block like a real convention, so you get save yourself some money on places at the Hilton Doubletree, and yeah, come play with us. It's going to be super fun. Connor's going to be there. Connor's going to be playing in the Killscream tournament, and then I think you're going to do the Heresy tournament, right?
That'll be cool. The Heresy, it's like a big mega battle.
Yeah, there's like I think we're
Siege
literally
of
just
Terra.
lining up models and just shooting at each other for 8 hours, which seems just perfect on brand.
It's going to be wild. I'm really excited for this year. It's been a beast to wrangle. I want to shout out a couple of the other people who've helped us out. Tyler Welt and Jeremy Gonzer have both been absolutely instrumental in helping us organize this this year. If you guys happen to listen, we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, they just kind of stepped up and volunteered. Tyler and I have kind of been spearheading the main thing, and they're just like, what can we do? How can we help? And they've been huge. So
Huge,
thank you so much.
absolutely.
But yeah, CascadiaTabletop.com is where you can find it. It's gonna be a great event. We'll be back next year too. So
Hell yeah. If we don't make it out this year, that's definitely something I got my eye on for next October.
yeah, it'd be awesome if you guys could come out. So
We'd
love
love
it.
to have you guys.
It's on my
I'd
list
like
too.
to get over to your side of the country too for some of your tournaments. We'd Greg, one of our buddies, I think he lives in the area where Nova is too. He's about an hour away, I think, from Nova. So we'd talked about that. But then you guys got your tournament set. Is Cherokee open? Is that the one that's set?
Yes,
In North
Cherokee
Carolina,
is.
yeah.
Yes, it is.
just saw they
Unfortunately,
announced
our
tickets for that.
only. Yes, our only golden ticket event in North Carolina as of right now, but we're working on it.
Yeah.
Until you
but
guys
that's-
start your own convention.
That's actually something that I was curious about just now. Like, what, y'all obviously run like a fair amount of like, smaller events and are like participants in smaller events. How do you take that leap from going from something like, just a thing at your LGS to, getting access to a dead mall and golden tickets? Like, what's the missing link there?
I mean, you just kind of say that you're going to do it, and then you have a group of people that are willing to kind of commit to it, and it kind of, you have to believe, it feels crazy to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
What the real key to doing it is you need a crazy person like Tyler who's like, we're going to do this. It's going to be fucking huge. And I'm like, you are absolutely insane. And then, so Tyler's the idea guy and I'm the execution guy. And like, Tyler has these crazy ideas and I'm the one who's got to bring them together. So that's what you need. Is you need somebody who's crazy enough to do it. And that's Tyler. So.
And then you need a planner type like Chuck who runs the bank so he can finance it all.
The bank.
The
Yeah,
bank,
absolutely. Uh-huh.
That's how the
Chuck
banks
is
work,
the
right?
banker.
Yeah.
There's just one.
There's
He is the
He's
Fed,
a manager
actually.
at
He
the
is the
bank.
Fed.
Like, I don't understand what's so confusing about that.
Yeah. Connor doesn't know how banks work. He
No,
doesn't understand
not
there's
at all.
multiple banks or
I don't-
anything. So.
What's interest?
It's okay. A lot of people don't understand how banks work.
Apparently,
That's fair.
sometimes money from the banks goes away, like not like robberies, but like they just collapse, and then we got to fix it or something. I don't know.
That's what bailouts are for.
I was like 9 when '08 happened, and it'll never happen again, right? So we'll be okay.
Right. No, it's not about to happen again.
No, we're in
I'm
the
sure.
era of American prosperity. Didn't you hear?
Exactly. The housing market's just as good as it was in '08 or something.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not owned all by one corporation who buys and sells it to itself to drive up value.
That makes sense to me. That's all right. I'd do it.
Mark,
And
back to your question though, real quick. I think like starting off with running a little tournament, like do like a 12, 16 player tournament. So you can get your feet under you. Like I know that even when I was brought into the organization, Tyler was running bigger tournaments already. And even though I had his backing and his support, it was still kind of like it was just so crazy that I was like, okay, what the fuck do I do? How do I do this? And even though he had it all set up. So like start your LGS, just ask him if you can have some space and start to run those little tournaments, build up your terrain supply, find people in the community that are going to help you out with it too. And then you can start to expand. You get that 16 player tournament, you get that 24 player tournament, get up to like 30, 32, whatever. And then like find an abandoned mall. I mean, they're super cheap and they're all over the place. But
another thing I'd try and do is, at least I remember, like that was always fun about the early Cascadia ones, is there's just a hell of a lot of prize support at ours. And like people throw LGS ones all the time, and like oftentimes they'll be free, but it's worth the shot. Like I didn't mind paying $20 for a ticket, knowing that cool, when you walk in, there's a pile of boxes there that like at the bare minimum, you're gonna walk away with something. So like even if it's your first tournament, don't be afraid to like just at the starting level charge a $20, $15 or whatever for ticket prices, and then just put that all into prize support. That's going to make yours stand out, and then people want to come back to your events because they know you'll get a cool thing and have a great time there.
Yeah, price support's big. Like at our last like local event, and I mean just for context, like our local events, there's usually like a $20 buy-in, and like there's prizes, but it's just gift cards for the shop that we're having it in, and everybody likes that. A little something to go towards the next big Kill Team release. Get yourself a nice, Rodigus or Great Unclean one, some big model you've always wanted. But the other thing that was fun is we like just got pizza lunch for everybody. Like Scott, who was our sort of new like point person in terms of running tournaments, he just bought pizza for everybody, and it was really cool just because it was like a chance for everybody to connect a little bit more. Obviously, you connect a lot with that person right across the table from you when you're playing, but you have so many other friends there, and you just don't have like enough time in between events or like in between rounds to just go and talk to people. So like. Yeah, I think that was really nice for us this time around.
Chuck, you've raised your hand. I think that means you actually get to go first.
Yeah. Fuck you, Tyler.
No, yeah, get him.
Mark, what you were saying about prize support. One thing I think that is good to leverage, and I don't think a lot of people know, is that if your store carries GW stuff, there's a chance that they actually have some prize support that they can just get to you too. Oh. So, and that's like, so for our tournament for Kill Scream, our friends at Bridge City Hobbies are actually getting us a ton of prize support. We've got a Tomb World box. We've got like 5 combat patrols. We've got some paintbrushes and stuff. And a lot of that is like stuff that they've gotten from GW to give out as prize support. So that would be something I would definitely engage your LGSs who carry Warhammer Games Workshop or like even AMG stuff or whatever, and see, because sometimes they can either get cheap prize kits or they have like a prize, like for the amount of stuff that they buy, they get free stuff just to give away. And even like Board Bard Games here in Portland was our main sponsor last year. They're sponsoring the doubles tournament this year. Same thing. Like they had stuff that they're like, we cannot sell this, take this. And they hooked us up earlier this year. We had a doubles tournament there at their store as well too. But talk to your LGS, because there's an opportunity to potentially either get some free stuff, or we also had deals with our LGSs too, where they they cut us a really good deal on stuff to make sure we could have more prize support too. So really, I mean, like you're going to be there with them anyways. Really work with them to see if you can make the tournament even better.
For sure. One of the things that we would do is we'd talk to our store and we'd say, hey, can you sell us for X amount over your cost? But you're gonna go through and you're gonna select the kits. You're going to pick all your old stock. You're going to empty out all your stuff. And you can get a lot of prize support from them like that. Kind of build up a backlog. And one thing, like a big kind of transition, I thought, Connor was talking about it. Don't be afraid to even charge more, like organize larger events. So get those couple $20 events going, and then do a $40, $50 event. That has a larger focus, a larger prize pool. At a lot of our events, especially early on, it was like every round someone would get a prize for sportsmanship, so we were giving out stuff every round, and then we were giving out a lot of prizes. And then there's like our bounty board, which we employ to like raise money for charity and stuff like that. So we're engaging with the community in lots of ways to get them involved. And then like we've kind of pivoted into like larger, more catered events now, kind of like CritCon. We got our April one, and we run a couple other ones. We'll have our White Elephant one this Christmas. So we run like kind of like larger, kind of more unique events now. And then other people run like more competitively focused. So we'll have like, you know, alcohol focused one. And then, like I said, White Elephant, or like a narrative one where we do something weird, and people seem to like that, you know?
I think one thing Tyler was mentioning too is that like, Tyler was one of the people that first started doing tournaments in this area. And we've kind of moved up to, like Tyler said, kind of more the bespoke tournaments and the bigger tournaments and stuff, which is awesome because now we're seeing other people running their own tournaments, and that means we get to go play. So there's at least I think 3 of the tournaments that I played in this year in this area, where it used to be always Kill Team Cascadia stuff. There's other people that are running tournaments now. Tyler, did you sign up for that January tournament that Western Dial's running?
I'm going to. I
get signed up for it. Tickets are going fast for that one. But yeah, so that's the cool thing too, is that now that we haven't been able to do as many tournaments because we have so much focus on CritCon and the few tournaments we do, but it's great because other people are coming and doing their own tournaments. So, and one thing we've done too is, we've lended our support just a little bit to those, whether it be like guidance or even like terrain or whatever. So we've been able to help them just to kind of help the community. And now you have multiple groups of people that are running tournaments. It's awesome.
Yeah. And like the best part is like we've seen it all like blossom from our larger community too. Like it was all about like we're here to help and build, like rising tides raise all boats. It's like what I like to say.
It's one of the things I like so much about your Discord too, is that your Discord is not just like, the Vox Cascadia, podcast Discord. It's also kind of like the big hub for everything going on up there in the Pacific Northwest in terms of Kill Team anyway.
I mean, half the reason our podcast started was people were just like, KTC so big, where's the podcast for the area? And the Chuck was just kind of like, fuck it, we'll do it at this point. People keep asking, and Connor, get in here, and Tyler, you're coming too because you're the big name, and that's kind of just what happened with it. But
I mean, like we run on like a system where if you suggest something, you get that you volunteering to do that. So like if you want to see something in our community in Kill Team Cascadia, hit me up, volunteer for it. We'll put you to work.
That's how we got Chuck's book club, and now Sam's running Necromunda for ChuckyCon 2026. So thanks, Sam. Appreciate it, buddy.
We're actually adding another host soon. So
Whoa.
We'll finally have. Can we talk about the new host like this?
I mean, we're replacing Connor.
Yeah.
We'll still see it through.
Yeah. Wait, what?
The big reveal here?
Sorry, buddy.
You're the terrible guy.
I'm about
This is where I'm.
Chuck, I need this money. The government's about to shut down again. I can't. I need a paycheck, man.
Oh, this is a bad time for me to tell you I'm starting as another host on another podcast, huh?
Yeah. George wanted the dual boxes.
He can't stay up that late all the time. Come on.
I can't stay this late.
Helps him keep up.
That's fair. You got a kid, so
I was throwing this idea around. We need to get all of the podcasts together. So we need to get Kill Team Casuals. We need to get us. We need to get Squad Games.
That
just
would
like
be
one,
so much fun.
Just another
one
Kill Team
mega
podcast.
round table.
It'd be
no one's gonna hear anything that's going on.
Here's
totally
my proposal.
unlistenable, but so much
got
fun.
the hand raise.
Absolutely, we got the hand raise. So here's my proposal to all of the podcasts, because I know some of you guys listen to this. Just another Kill Team podcast. All you guys. The premise is, with all of these teams going away, we're going to do like high school graduation, and we're going to do yearbook categories, best dressed, most personable and stuff. We're going to have a little round table about it. So
I think this is genius.
Most
Yeah,
likely
I love it.
heresy.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
actually genuinely love this idea. My only caveat, I have to be allowed 10 minutes to shit on Pathfinders.
I
That's
think
all.
that most of the people want to do that. Like for most hated.
when the moment comes up, you'll be able to. I think that we'll lay out some rules, and this is the formal invitation to all of the podcast.
I also must be allowed to eat one Pathfinder model, preferably Mark French's, one of our local TO's models, because he spent so many hours of so many days putting railgun rounds through my poor Space Marines.
I will allow you to eat Mark's model live on the air, but first you're going to have to defeat him in single combat.
Ouch.
Oh.
I can beat a bald man.
So, Mark, you're gonna have to.
Wait, hold up.
I think
First
he used
of
to do
all,
like
that is
actual
racist
like
against
medieval.
bald people.
No, it's not. They're bald and they deserve it.
He used to
Second
fight
of
with
all,
like swords and like armor and shit, dude.
Yeah, he LARPs.
Oh, that's
No, he
LARPs
went to
as
the
a
LARP
50
to
something.
fight.
We don't know how old Mark French is.
oh no, he doesn't do that anymore.
No, wait, I'm gonna say Mark French is 56 years old. We'll say that.
Oh yeah, this is the running joke in the community is that Mark French is actually like a lich, and his phylactery keeps him forever young. Like he could be anywhere between 35 and 60, and we just don't know.
Okay. I've never met this Mark French, I don't think.
He's
I
the
think
one
we're
that
gonna
does
be-
our statistics with our show when we do the league
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah. So watch our podcast next week. I mean, obviously not next week. We're recording this a little bit ahead of time before it comes out, but
Isn't time travel great?
yeah.
Yeah.
Podcast
Dude.
time travel.
What is today? But next Wednesday's whenever the
Yesteryear?
fuck yesterday. Who knows?
That's what the first.
Mark, one thing you got to do though is if Joe's gonna have his 10 minutes to shit on Pathfinders, I need you. You've been rocking the soundboard a little bit lately, which I appreciate. You got to get the like Oscar like playing them off music, and then like 5 minutes into his rant, you got to start just slowly bringing the volume up to it, and then so finally you just can't hear anything but the,
Brother, look, as soon as Joe like goes on the rant, I'm just
just give him the crickets.
No,
we're
that's
having a good
worse.
time here.
That is far worse.
That's when you hit him with the Nova participant, and then the
Ooh.
Ooh.
I am Nova participant no more.
Really, what I need to do is like these are all just the stock sounds on the soundboard. I need to go back and like get
You need to
AI
add
to.
Joe's snoring to it.
That's
Holy
oh my
shit.
god,
Oh,
dude!
jeez, okay.
Joe snores like
They-
a two-handed chain axe.
We can have a competition between
I can-
Brandon Bean, right? You
Yeah, I
know.
can send you my audio
What?
files of Connor and Brandon Bean.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Oh no, we have an audio file somewhere on the Raleigh Kill Team Discord because I accidentally fell asleep one time, and I guess I must have hit
Oh, I
live
forgot
record
about
or
that.
something on my phone or something like that. And there's like 10 minutes of me just like slowly choking to death because of my sleep apnea, and it was like everyone just like, wait, is that just snoring? And it just like it lit up like a data slate had just fucking dropped, and it was just
Several people are typing.
Several
Yeah.
people were indeed typing.
Man, that's you guys ever wake up like really late in the morning, like after a data slate drops, you're not
No.
expecting it. You're like
875 messages.
you
Mhm.
75, like 150 at least from 6 a.m.
I mean,
did
for me,
once.
it's always that situation where I take a quick look and then I like go and like do some work, and then there's just like 400 messages between 8 and noon.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a psychopath.
Always-
I just
always
read
an
all of
intense
those.
day.
I scroll all the way up because I'm like, I need to see. And then you reply to a message like, oh, and then realize it gets answered like 2 pages farther scrolling down. I gotta stop doing it, but it's really fun to catch up.
Dude, I am the same way. Most of the time I wake up, because I have to wake up super early for my job. So, but sometimes, like once, before I worked this job, I woke up late, like 11 a.m. or whatever, and it was just like 300 messages. And I looked at it and went, I ain't fucking with that. I looked over the big
Not
data
today,
slate.
Satan. Not
I did
today.
my morning. I did my morning commode. And I was like, all right, I got nothing better to do. Let's go back up and start reading all this.
On those days, you know, like when I'm a little too tired, I can't, like the brain's not working. I just let other people process what's happened in the data slate, and then I catch up with it later. So, all right, guys, can we get the teal deer here? You know,
Yeah, I am the baby bird, and let one of these other dudes feed me the data slate in a nice mushy
Absolutely.
form.
Oh, look, ratlings are still bad.
I don't know, man. I think ratlings might be back, dude.
I had a question for y'all since you just went through a tournament and got to deal with the new initiative a bunch. What do you
Sure
guys
did.
think of the new initiative?
Fuck it. I hate it. I hate it so fucking much. It's so fucking dumb. Why the fuck did they get rid of scouting? It is so meaningless and pointless 90% of the time. This is the way 90% of games go. Okay, you got it turning point 1, up, I got a turning point 2, up, you're going to get a turning point 3, up, they got a turning point 4. It's the same sequence. It's just one person gets it, TP2 and TP4, and then one person gets a TP3. And it ends up being the same fucking situation of like, oh, well, looks like this initiative had an onset or excise effect on the fucking whole game. Yeah, because I had a card that said I win initiative. Of course that had a fucking huge effect on the game. It's like, it's supposed to be this comeback mechanic, but it's not. It's just
I think we're still in the process of adapting to it. For, in terms of my opinions, I think it's fine. I preferred how it was before with scouting, but I think the ideal is kind of somewhere in between the two. Like, I want scouting to be a thing, but I want it to be, more balanced, where like, last edition, like infiltrate and dash, I probably took those equal amounts. And sometimes, you took barricade or
You mean you want scouting to not
fortify.
just be equipment part 2?
Yeah, like if it's 2 or 3 good options, and like, sure, equip was obviously the best one, and it needed to change because it was just not balanced.
Just take equipment off.
Current.
Just take all they had to do was take equipment off and
they had to do more than that because ploy was useless. Nobody ever took ploys on the first turning point because nobody does anything on the first turning point.
All they had to do for ploy is make it once per battle. You can use
well, then that's a free CP, which is automatically the new best
but then
one.
if at least you're adding more value to it, like at least like if we're doing that, then you can keep equipment on there, and then you can maybe change the scout.
Yeah, then that like would make a
Let's
difference.
just add scoring TP1.
Bring it back.
Let's add scoring TP1.
No, that's a bad idea. That is a very bad idea.
I think it's great.
Bring scoring turn 1 back, and then give me access to guys that can forward deploy, because that was fair and I loved it.
Hunter Clade.
Yeah, Hunter Clade. I mean, not anymore because
I definitely didn't win a compendium tournament because the old Chaos Marines let you just forward deploy fucking Chaos Cultists in the middle of the board.
Team so much. I need a team that's Chaos Space Marines and a couple of their stupid little.
I do
cultists.
miss that.
It was so fun, and it was like the best, actually playable-ish, like but not broken like Custodes were compendium team there was. Because like infiltrating cultists up to 3 times was actually pretty good. Like you could do some crazy shit.
It was busted as fuck.
Yeah, it was great. You could give them crack grenades or frags or something, I think, too. It was a good time.
Yep.
The thing that I was kind of getting at earlier, though, is I think we're still kind of in the process of readjusting our game is the thing where, like, we are at a point now where we can't anticipate that if I win initiative turning points 1 and 2, I know my opponent is like 80 to 90% chance going to have it turning point 3.
That's the only good part.
So, like, now we have to start thinking about, like, we can't just take that hyper aggressive move we wanted at the end of turning point 2 because we know that, okay, well, I'm going to, get some egg on my face for that one, right? Same thing with turning point 4. Like, that's the even bigger one is like, if you have a +3 because you didn't go first on turning point 3, you have such a huge chance to go in the next turn.
It makes it less swingy. It makes it less swingy. It makes it very predictable. So I will say, like, you are pretty much guaranteed to lose initiative on one of those turning points, so it does let you plan accordingly, and it's just a fun little treat if you happen to win it.
But I think that's where we're at. Is I think players haven't gotten to that point where they are planning accordingly. I think it's just going to be like a wholesale shift in like how we're like the game plan, right?
The equipment thing is the part I like the most about it because having 5 I think was too much. I think 4 really makes you make some hard choices, particularly regarding your faction ones. And I felt that squeeze real hard that weekend because, like, especially on Into the Dark, like, you really want those light barricades. You even really potentially want both light and heavy barricades before you've even looked at your faction equipment. So, like, it really encourages you to make harder choices. So if we can keep that aspect of it, I'm good with it. It's just it needs a little bit of adjustment. And for the positives of, like, we're kind of trying stuff and seeing how it works out, it's not so egregious that I'm like, I'm going to throw my models through the window and quit the game. But, like, we're getting into this, like, very experimental phase with, like, Kill Team where they're just kind of trying stuff. And it's been causing these huge swings back and forth between, like, the meta, between the balance, between, like, even just the way that, like, we're, like, fighting into other teams. Like, Raveners, as your opponent, like, you have to play so differently. There's a lot of radical fluctuations, which I think have turned some people off, which I personally don't mind. But, like, I don't know, maybe that could have been done before we released the edition. I don't know. It's just things are solid right now, but I think, like, there are a few, like, things that need to be heavily tuned down.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think that there's a lot going on right now. I think that we're seeing teams being introduced that play the game completely differently. And like a big shift in the game, like the new missions, the new TAC ops, the new crit ops are like drastically different.
Yes.
It like It's really a much lower scoring game. I feel like I haven't played any
Which is
games with
great.
them
I
yet,
like that.
but like, I feel like it's a much more conservative, much more paced approach to the game overall. Which I'm not going to say whether it's positive or negative, like I said, because I haven't played it yet. But like just looking at the missions, we're in a new paradigm for the game. It is not the
beginning of the
charge
edition.
forward. Yeah, it's not the charge forward. With my elites, and I'm gonna double kill all your guys, and then I'm gonna heal.
Yeah,
I'm gonna teabag you a couple times.
Maybe not for you.
Elites are completely fine right now. There needs to be no more major rules hit towards elites specifically. Like they are with the way that the new crit ops work, because a lot of them are just capture with extra steps now. And if y'all played last edition, y'all know how much fucking elites hated capture. So just like if people are still feeling like Death Watch is too strong, promise you play some good teams into Death Watch, and you're gonna find real quick a team that has very little rerolls in the way that they do. On top of the missions, you're gonna find it's a pretty balanced format outside of a few outliers.
Okay, so Joe, I know you just said elites are pretty good, but hear me out. What if we give them jetpacks?
Dude. Oh boy, I'm so glad we don't have to think about that for a year. Because like
I'm so fucking excited for that. I already got my models half built. I'm literally waiting on
no
those.
way. I've got no way that a melt-a-gun with a jetpack is going to be a problem, guys.
It'll be fine, Tyler. It'll be
fine.
Okay.
It'll be no problems that can cause before we see the ploys or anything or their faction ability.
I'm not gonna have
It's
that
going to be
team
perfectly
built.
balanced.
Like all I'm saying is, so Mark II Assault Marines come out like next Saturday, and I have Raptor bits on standby. It'll be fine.
That leak is fucking crazy. Yeah. The fact that we just got that leak out of fucking nowhere, and we didn't hear anything else, by the way. Like the leak happened, no rules.
That's because that guy got assassinated.
Yeah, that guy's gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they got his ass fucking quick.
That guy's in Guantanamo or like the moon or some shit.
That's
going to be good for me. Like, what is it? Was it Senor del Chaos, or just like some big
Senor
monster on a
del
tactical rock with a jetpack?
Yeah, it's
that's Dharmatada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Senor del Chaos is the
they put a Chaos Lord
the
on
current Chaos Lord jump pack, and then they're just like, throw him in there too. Why not?
Yeah, that's another thing that they're doing. They're doing like 90% new models, and here's a random model that we already have that we're throwing in there.
Battleclade got it. These guys got it. I'm curious if we'll see it with like the supposed Grey Knights team that's coming out.
Baby carrier.
If the rumors are true, and it's going to be Grey Knights and Chaos Demons, I'm on board. Again, monsters are going to do it for me. I really want to see a Tzeentch demon team where it's just like lots of like flamers and horrors and like splitting dudes up across the battlefield.
Give us those old school like blue and pink horrors, but like the same models, just in plastic and redone now.
Yeah. I would love it.
Absolutely.
They could do that like in Compendium Chaos Demons, and it was pretty cool. I would love to have like splitting into smaller and weaker guys as a mechanic in this game again.
I mean,
give us
the next release is probably not going to be till next year at this point, probably, right? If I had to guess.
Probably January.
End of December, early January would be my prediction.
Still September, so technically, if they're doing the 3 months, we might get it like Christmas time.
Brutal and Cunning came out like a week before Christmas.
Yeah. Which means we'll get Raptors in March, give or take.
Which is crazy. That means that we'd already be going. Well, no, so that's the thing. Is like I guess one of the boxes is going to be one of the mystery filler boxes because we get like 4 a season, right? So like whatever our version of the Inquisition box is going to be for that season.
We get 3 in a season, but there's always like a narrative box or some extra thing they drop.
The only season we only got 3 on. We get 4 a season generally.
So we get 3 as only 3 part of the season.
Yeah.
Beta
and we
Decimo
get an
was so
extra
bad they
one
only give us 3.
generally.
Yeah,
correct.
They said there's at least one more box between the one that just dropped in the Raptors, and then it was weirdest in the war context. They said like, and the end of the season. But then again, the war context is sometimes very different than what actually ends up happening because they're all separate teams. So
they wrote that article in a hurry because they were doing it to cover up the leak, right?
Some poor guys had to come in at like 11 p.m. to get that shit published at like 3 a.m. their time or whatever.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
I'm not going to do quality work like that. Well, look, I think that we've done quality work on this podcast. We've talked about everything and nothing, and it's been incredible.
Absolutely.
I do have 2 quick questions.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, is there anything else that you guys wanted to go over? I mean, the floor is yours.
Thanks for having us. Regardless.
Come see us at CritCon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come out to
CritCon.
CritCon. Come play Killscream 4. It's going to be a good time. We give away weird trophies with that too. So sword,
Ooh, I
big
do like
wrestling
weird
belt.
trophies.
Yeah, so first year was a big sword. It was like a Frostmourne replica. Last year was a big wrestling belt. This year it's going to be something good. We were going for a cup, but we're going to pivot a little bit.
As long as it's something ridiculous that Jimmy Kelly can drink from, I think I'll be happy.
Hopefully you can drink from it. So.
Listen, it's a cup. It's just not the one you're thinking about.
That man is slowly turning into the pimp of Kill Team, like just over the course of years.
He dresses like it already. It's just a matter of time.
My other question for you, and this is what I want to close on. I want you, and we're going to go around the horn here.
ASL.
I want everybody to tell me their favorite sandwich without context and no arguing. This is rapid fire round.
Man, bro, this is sandwich
Connor.
is my favorite food.
I love sandwiches.
Yeah, sandwiches are good. I'm gonna go Cubano.
George. He's not ready. Chuck.
A vegan muffaletta.
Joe.
A New York hot dog, and I will not be answering any follow-up questions.
Correct. Tyler.
We'll go with the Reuben.
George, favorite sandwich?
Cheeseburger.
I'm Mark Meyer. My favorite sandwich is the chicken parm. And you've been listening to another Vox Cascadia and Vox Stream crossover event. Thank you all so much for hanging out tonight.
Yeah, we love you. Good night.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Vox Screen. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, or anywhere else you get your podcasts. Please follow, subscribe, and leave us a review. Any of those things are going to help us grow. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back soon with another episode.